Good morning. My name is Melissa Gray, and I figured that I would talk to everybody out here on the farm before we started doing things in the house, and all you get to see is my hands. I'm in the middle of morning chores, and I'm thinking about needle felting. I do that a lot. I work out how I'm going to construct something in my head. Most of the time, I do that in my sleep, but I also work things out just walking around and thinking to myself and talking to myself. I've been needle felting for 23 years. I like to make big sculptures, and I have had in the past some pretty heavy duty rules for myself. I only wanted to needle felt with wool. I only wanted to utilize wool. I did not have any structure inside any of my sculptures. I didn't have any base, no wire, no armatures, no chicken wire, no wood, no framing, no anything to build on. Everything that I wanted to do with only wool. So all of my early sculptures are only done with wool. I have morphed into a couple of things that have a wooden frame, so that the wool itself doesn't over time melt because it tends to. And I'm starting to play with a little bit of wire armatures now. After 23 years of needle felting, the wire armatures are unbelievably easy. It's easier than doing it all from wool. It's way easier. I can see why a lot of people do it. There's also the aspect of, if you're doing this to sell and to create for other people, cutting time is a big deal. People don't pay you for all of your time. You're going to invest a lot of time in your work. Needle felting is done in layers. So one fine layer of wool over top, over top, over top will build your sculpture over time. And one of the tips that I would give you right now, I can do from here, is when you're needle felting, when you're getting your hands on your felting, make sure you can see the tip of the needle, okay? Look at it sort of like a pencil. Can you hold it back and forth and see where you're working and how you're working? If you can't see the tip of the needle from where you're sitting, from how you're working, you really have no control over your sculpture. You have no control over your felting. You may make a very deep impression in one spot and not even realize it. And then you got to fill that in. And it actually, over time, the more you compress your needle felting, it will refuse to accept more wool. So you could make a really heavy divot and then try to fill it in, and that fill in won't stick. That is because the divot that you made is felted as far as the fiber can go. That's going to be today's tip. I am going to try to start this as a series and give you a tip and a trick once a week. Post it on Fridays on YouTube. You will be able to find more of our tips and tricks on our Facebook page, our Instagram, and you can find any of our products on southernsheepcompany.com. We will carry different rovings, different needle felting kits, and different gifts and artistic wearables and things that you may enjoy to gift, that cover a gamut of different kinds of felting. I will be showcasing different tips on different sculptures on this YouTube channel, and I hope that you'll join me. We'll also occasionally do things from the farm where I show you our shearing event, lambing, or things that are just happening here. But we'll always try to include a felting tip, a needle felting tip. Could be a wet felting tip, might be a Nuno felting tip, might even be dyeing or shading. But I think we're going to have a wonderful journey, and I hope you don't get too sick of listening to me talk. But have a great day. Enjoy the days that you have. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy where you're at. And take a deep, deep breath.